Hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody. And we are going to discuss RC Designer in Staad Pro. My name is Navneet Krishnan. Right, we will just directly go towards Staad Pro to see right how we can effectively do the RC Designer. So I already have made a model. I'm selecting it from recent files. You can see here I provided the all the datas. And then if you check in the loadings, I have already provided that load, live load, and the load combination, right? The standard load combination according to BS8110. And then I'm going to analyze the structure before I move on to RC Designer. So I have done the analysis, and then you can see there are no errors, right? As well as no warnings. Then if you want to go to RC Designer plugin, you can select Concrete Designer, design from this point, which will open as a new plugin, right? And here you can provide job info, that is what is your job name, client name, engineer, checker, all those provided data can be provided, which will be helping you in providing the reports. So first thing it is that I'm going to take envelopes. I'm going to create an envelope, that is I'm going to take loading from the Staad Pro, and I'm going to make it as an envelope with the members. For that I'll select all the members from the right data pane. I'm going to select the new envelope. You can provide any name which you would like to take for that envelope. Then you can see at the left side you can see the load cases, and you can see only combination load cases will be shown here from those all we have added. And you should add the required combination load case to the right pane by using this button. And then if suppose you forgot to add the load combinations, you can just uncheck this, which will be showing you individual load cases also, and you can add it accordingly. But the best practice is to go for generated load combinations. Why? Because you will be adding factor safety in the generated load combinations. Once you finish that, I'm going for members, and if you check here, all for the load better load transmissions, right, you have created each and every beam separately. But if you check in the real-time cases, all these four beams will be taken as a single member. So we are going to form the members, right, accordingly. For that I'm going to select the members, all members. I'll go to members menu. There you can see form member as well as auto form members. Form member means in the case if you want some special combinations, you can directly go for form member. Auto form member, if you are just Staad will be taking all the member combinations for you accordingly. And then if you check the cursor or change the cursor from element cursors to the member cursor, you can see here this is an individual beam, that is all these 5 small beams or elements are changed into a single member. And you can see the same member number also, that is M10. So once before you're going to do the design, you should definitely change all the elements into members. Then I'm going for slabs. We have already created some slabs. The same case, if you check, all the top ones will be created as a single slab. So I can drag and select, and then I'm going to go for slabs and then form slab. Like that you can repeat the process. As I'm just repeating to create each and every slabs individually. That is, we are forming slab from the individual number of slabs. and here it is better to go for form slab because we are going to select our required plates to make it as a single slab. When I go for 3D view and I'm changing from, right, select plates to select slabs, if you check here, right, all these 20 plates will be changed into a single slab for the design purposes, and it will be showing you the net area as well as gross area. And if you have some holes, that is if you have a shift lift space and all those stuff, it will be showing you what is the area of the uh, that openings. Once you finish that, you're going for groups and briefs. There, first you should make as a brief is nothing but we are going to add the design properties to each and every member. That is, you can go for beams brief, then columns brief, and a slabs brief. First I'm going to select all my beams and I'm going to make it as a single brief. And if you have special design properties for different beams, you can select it as differently. For new brief, and then you can provide the name. I'm just providing beam brief, and then which design code you want to use, you can select accordingly. And design type, these members should be designed as a beam. Then once you click OK, a new dialog box will be popping up where you can provide all the design data needed. You can see top cover, side cover, and bottom cover, plus maximum aggregate size, concrete strength class, and all those stuff. Now I am using C25/30 concrete, and then if you don't have your class of concrete in this list, you can change it into user FCU and provide the Newton per mm square here. And you can provide the bond coefficients like tension as well as compression. Then you can go for envelope. You can see in this envelope, if you created different envelopes for different load cases, you can select the corresponding one here. And then next thing it is that you can see divide beam into 12 segments. That is, you're going to divide your beams into n number of sections and analyze and aggregate the results. So if you want to have better control, you can increase the number of segments, but 12 is the optimal number. And then next it is that you can just, if you want to design for the torsion also, you can just check this column as it is. Then main reinforcement. First you can provide the top bar criteria, how you are going to constrain your main reinforcement. I'm telling that I'm just going to constrain that I can start from 12 mm for the top bar, and minimum size and maximum size as 25, and the link hanger size I'm keeping it 8 itself, and minimum gap I'm telling going to provide it as 50 mm. Minimum size going for 12 mm for the bottom, 25 as the maximum, and 50 mm gap. Then sidebar criteria also you can provide, and then what should be your main bar grade. The I'm using from as it is, right, it is 500 mm grade. If you want to change it into user grade, you can change it and change the values. You can even see the bending dimensions for your user grade. Like that, shear reinforcements, right, if you want to see here design for shear how you want, whether you want to design based on the center line of the support or column face, or you want to shear the shear bar criteria, that is what size you should use. I'm telling I need 8 mm only as the main reinforcement. You can just check for the shear bar criteria also, and then you can provide minimum bar spacing also. Then once you finish that, you can click OK. It will form a beams brief. At the same time, since selections are valid, you can go to new design group for those beams. You can give the corresponding names. Sorry, beams, and I am selecting the respective beam brief, the settings, design settings, and I'm going to click OK. When you do that, you can see a new area pops up, and where you can see group is added, and you have added all the members correspondingly. That is, all the selected members will be added. If you are not able to see any members here, you've done some mistake in your process, you need to delete the beam brief, column, beam group, and then redo it. I'm just repeating the same steps for the columns also. And make sure you're selecting each and every column and you're not missing any one of them, right? And then I'm going to confirm, right? Going to isometric view and then confirm, right, whether I have selected everything or the required ones. Going for a new brief, you can just provide here the name, which is a design code and how it should design. I'm telling it is a column brief. I'm going to click OK. Here almost the same parameters corresponding to the columns will be appearing, right? Cover, right? Main bar size, links grade, and then what should be the minimum size. I'm telling I'm just going for 16 mm as minimum, and maximum I am restricted to 25. And then what should be your minimum link size. Then you can see the column factors, and then what should be your starter bus area provided. Then you should definitely jump into member load cases, and you should select the corresponding load case which you selected in the envelope and push it into the selected column. The envelope is basically for beams and slabs only. It will not be applicable for the columns. Once you finish all those data, you can click OK. Then as usual you can go for new design group, and you can provide the name of that one, column group, and you should change it into column brief or the corresponding brief which you need. I'm going to click OK. You can see the column group also has been added, and you can see all the members, right, selected in the list. Once you finish that, I'm going to change it into select slabs area. I'm going to select all the slabs together. I'm going for a new brief, and then I'm just making it slabs brief, and then I should design as a slab. You can see all the data, you can change it, and as usual I told you, you should make sure you're selected the corresponding envelope, and you can change the main reinforcement, all those data individually for top bar as well as bottom bar criteria. Once you finish that, you want to give the slabs group, right? If you check the slabs groups, you need to change from members into slabs here at the groups table, and you you are not supposed to add all the slabs in one group. You should add it individually. I'm going for a new design slab, and then right, slab design 1, which is slabs brief, and it is for slab 1. Then I'm going with the next one, I'm selecting second one. Correspondingly you can do for everything. If you check here, I have added all the 10 slabs individually, and you can see 10 different slab designs since I have 10 floors available here. And if you check in the groups also, you can see all the data available, right? I'm going for beams now. First I'm going to design the beams. I'm going to select beams, and then I'm going for the concrete member. And if you check in the summary, it will be showing you as fail everywhere because you're not done the design. That is, you can see 3 different colors. If everything is passing, the members will be shown green in color. Then if some members are failing, it will be showing you red in color. And then you can see another, and if it is black in color, it means that design has not been done till now. And you can even get a pink color when even 1 or 2 factors, like you can see 4 factors here: hog, sag, shear bar, and span depth. If any 1 or 2 values are failing, it will not be showing you as a red color, it will be showing you as a pink color only. Once you finish that, you can select the design, which pops up a new dialog box where you can see available as well as selected members. If you check for available as well as selected, right, you can just see all the members. Here you can make sure, right, which all members or beams you want to design at a time. You can even design everything in a single shot, such that I'm selected everything. I'm going to click design. If you check here, you can see some all the members are okay. That is, all the members are green in color. That means all of my members are passing my design. Once you do that, you can select the ones, right, which you need, and then you're going for the main layout, which will be showing you the main reinforcement as well as the moment diagram of the corresponding bars. Each and every one you can individually check for to get your data, and you can see the cross section shown it down. Once you finish, they can once finish that, you can go to the main reinforcement. It will be showing you table wise. Here you can see here the spans and the supports, and then you can see the hogging and sagging values for each and every one, and it will be showing you which type of bars you want to use for hogging, top layers, bottom layers, etc. Once you finish that, you can go for select the one which you need and go to shear layout, which will be showing you the shear layout of your structure. For the beams now, you can see here H8 bar should be placed at 300 mm each distance. Once you finish that, you can go for shear reinforcement table, where it shows you as a table tabular data. And then if you want to export these drawings to AutoCAD, you can go for drawings. There you can see your drawings, you can set the paper space, you can set the drawing scale, which format you want to export. If you change it into DXF format, it can easily be readable in AutoCAD, that is design exchange format. And if you want to cut the span for each beam, you can even cut it. Or if you want to show it as a single member, you can go for single member. If you click OK, it will be asking you to save right where you want, and then you can get it, and that file will be available in the at the position, and then once you open, it will be directly transferred to AutoCAD. Once you finish that, I'm going back to the summary. Now it's the time to do column design. I'm going to select the columns, and then you can see here I'm going to go for design. As I told you in brief, is the same steps where you can available and selected. If you don't want to design everything at a time, you can have a selected members to design, or you can design everything at a time. Now I'm going to click design. It is showing you a warning. It's just a warning. Low compression strength. The member may be better designed as a beam. Since I have not applied that much loads, right, it can even be designed as a beam. You can avoid these warnings since it's just a warning. Once you do that, you can select the ones and you can see the main layout. Since I have constrained it to 16 mm, it has shown 16 mm bars, and you can see different for different columns you can get it. Then you're going for the shear layout of the columns. Here it has exactly shown you the cross section plus the moment diagram, shear force diagrams, where you can see the data also. Then you can see the results where it will be showing you as a tabular data, and as usual I have shown you, you can transfer those drawings into AutoCAD. Once you finish that, it is time to do concrete slab. I'm going for the concrete slab. It will be showing you which slab you want to design first, and then you can see the transverse X and longitudinal X, transverse X and longitudinal top. Then bottom also, both the values you can see here. You can select accordingly, and you can see you will only design the bar size. You can't see the design moment as well as main steel. And for that, you're going for the displacements. Then you should draw a result line to see the results. That is, you can see the result line here, and you can go for create. You can draw manually by picking 2 points, which will be providing design line according to that line. There, if you want to have different data, right, whether you want of the generated British, or you want for the even negative or positive, you want to display mx, you want to display maximum top moment, then maximum bottom, all those data through this line will be shown in the result line graph, and it will be plotted directly with the legends in the left. Once you finish that, you're going for the moments. It will be showing you the moment diagrams for the corresponding ones. Then next, you're going for the regions. You can split it into regions, draw boundaries, or you can select boundaries, right? It is better you can go for draw boundaries, where you can easily cut it into different plates, as we have had in the starting. So it's your freedom, and how you want your results. You can cut it into different plates, and minimum ones of number of plates which you can regions which you can get is how you created your plates. You remember, right? We have created 20 different plates you made into a single slab. So I split it into, right, different regions now. Once you finish that, right, you're going to design actually, and then it will be showing you slab design 1. For the regions, I'm going to click design, which will design for you, and it will be showing you bar size, minimum steel, design moment, minimum spacing, all those stuff. And for each one the values will be changing. You can see it bottom, then bottom Y. If you want to change it into design moment, required steel, or spacing, you can get all the data. If you can do the same steps for the other slabs also to get the design values one by one. Once you got this, you finish the RC designer, and then if you want to get the reports, you can go for file. There you can get the report setup. What all things you want to include, you can get it as once, and then, right, which all data you want to include, whether you want to provide the name and logo, or you want to load or save all those report formats. You can do everything and go for printing here. You can directly even convert it into PDF, or you can send it into the printer, corresponding printer which is required. So once we finish this, we are going to finish the RC designer. Thank you for listening to me. Have a good day.